This article has become trending within the Destiny 2 category, titled "My Motivation to Play Destiny 2 Hit Zero 24 Hours After Ashen Iron," which is a spicy title, so let's jump in and see what we're talking about here. It's me, your local Destiny 2 Doom poster, back again with another take. But for real, while I often try to give the game at least the benefit of the doubt, especially with Bungie's reduced headcount these days, I have to be honest here. This is the fastest after a new update my motivation to play Destiny 2 has hit zero. And I have to agree here, even after the Ashen Iron update, I have very little interest to log into Destiny 2 right now. And after they released their emergency update, increasing the portal drops, it's still not that interesting to me because the best way to level up is to fast farm Starcrossed. And I'm not interested in playing 100 runs of Starcross to level up to 550. This took place about a day after the release of major update Ashen Iron, which we need to rename this, by the way, to the mediocre update. But I thought I'd give it the week to see if my mind was changed as Bungie threw out patches and buffs. It hasn't. And it's not just because of Borderlands 4, as I was playing my review copy of that for 40 hours even before Ashen Iron launched, though I won't say that's not a factor. Ashen Iron is one of the worst updates I've ever seen in Destiny 2, an ill-conceived stopgap meant to fill time between mini expansions in this new schedule. Oof, he is not holding back the punches here. Previously, we were promised something like Into the Light. That was a good update, a great one. This is horrible. The comparison of Ashen Iron to Into the Light is a wild one because Into the Light was an incredible time, and Ashen Iron is far from that. The bugs were one thing, but at this point, barely a real consideration. Some of the worst ones were patched quickly, but the main things here are the new reclaim activity in Ashen Iron, a return to a corpseified version of the Plaguelands for a brain-dead activity, 10% as fun as what it's aping. Nether is not something I want to play. I'm not kidding. I did 3 runs of this and just stopped. I have no plans to ever play it again. I have quite literally never done that for a Destiny activity in my life. This is based too. The new activity is bland, but let me know how you feel about Reclaim down in the comments below. B, he goes on to say, Reclaim does not even fit into the game properly. You cannot simply launch the activity, matchmake, and start farming the new gear. At my level, you have to play on Grandmaster difficulty with annoying modifiers while being underleveled. You have to use Fireteam Finder to get a group, and the mode still drops old gear at times that we've already been getting for 3 months. And it's just another portal activity where other less terrible ones are more worth farming. This is going to be a continuous problem with new activities being introduced into the portal, which is that if something new is brought and it's less optimal than the previous activities, people are going to default to those first, which is why if we're going to bring new activities into the portal, they should have a big bonus on them, dropping significantly more loot and maybe even more powerful drops. Like maybe they drop +1 above all other portal activities. That would significantly incentivize people to play the new thing versus the old thing. But the old thing would still be there as an option for you, especially if you're a free-to-play player, right? But it would significantly benefit those that actually want to play the new activities in the game. And that's me. I want to play the new thing. I just want it to level me up as fast or faster than playing in solo ops. See, the why of this remains the biggest problem. We all spent the last 3 months grinding up power, getting higher tiers of weapons. Now the goalposts have been moved again. Reinforcing the entire game is now just the endless pursuit of a light level, something fans have hated so much in Destiny it was reduced or even removed in the past. Now it's all the game is. The new climb to 550 after the old cap of 450, which was absolutely insane to reach before, is just not motivating at all. It's not motivating, it's uninteresting, and it is integral to the loot that you achieve in Destiny 2. So you can't just bypass it and be like, oh yeah, I don't really care about power level, because it's tied in tandem with the tiered drops. And the tiered drops are epic, but they don't have to be tied to power level, Bungie. We could easily tie them to activities, we could tie them to challenges, we could tie them to lots of things. But locking them together with power level and then making the power grind an insane amount of hours to get to the top was a wild move, and a lot of the community are not happy about it. D, the current buffs aren't enough and the others are miles away. After much complaining, Bungie reverted some nerfs like hampering the hyper-efficient solo ops farm. They also left drops alone in Pinnacle Ops and increased some drops in Fireteam Ops. but nothing has changed. It's back to how it was before, where solo ops are usually the most efficient way to farm yet again. They haven't solved the problem. They have also increased power gains, which is good, but again, the motivation of getting power gains remains a poor motivator in the first place. They have not solved the new armor issue. And by that, I mean the fact that they do have a good idea to have cool set bonuses for armor sets now. They do not have the ability to currently fix the issue that you may want multiple sets for multiple builds for multiple classes, where it is almost impossible to store in your current vaults. A vault space increase is coming, but the way this current system works, that still may not be enough. This is actually a really good criticism because by buffing armor and making it a tiered armor set, you basically make it so you want multiple pieces of every different armor piece. So sometimes you're going to want high mobility and high super helmet. Other times you're going to want high melee, high grenade. Sometimes you want high class ability. You're going to want multiple, like, for example, tier 5 helmets with high stat spikes in different areas. So that way you can achieve different builds as the sandbox changes or as you equip different exotic armor pieces, right? This is an essential and integral element to build crafting. Armor before this didn't really matter as much. It had been very outdated. And so it wasn't really an issue because we didn't keep a ton of armor in our vaults in general. I would say the average person's probably used like maybe 10% of their vault for armor at most. Myself personally, I used basically only exotic armor in my vault and had all my legendary armor on each character. Pre-Edge of Fate, that is. Now I've got multiple sets in the vault, and vault management has become very painful and difficult now. We might need to increase the vault size to 1,000 at this point. I'm actively offended by what they've done with the Eververse this season, and last season, apparently. It's been revealed that a past Eververse set was meant to be an Iron Banner set before they threw it in Eververse and are currently giving us a reskin for the mode this season. New armor sets in Ash and Iron are also reskins, and there are going to be 5 paid sets in 3 months, including a long-awaited Taken set. Long-awaited in that players hoped they would someday earn one, not buy it. Yeah, they're doing some really shady stuff with the best armor sets in the game, and I get it. They need to make money, right? They don't want to have more layoffs, and obviously they're experiencing a decline in their game, so the money isn't there, but they are basically nickel and diming us for all of these armor sets now. They're taking the sets that you should earn in game, like the Taken set, the Iron Banner set, and they're putting them behind a paywall. And people will pay that money because these sets do look so good, but it's just not right. PvP balancing, lol. It's bad, really bad. I have almost never seen it this bad. I can't believe I've dropped Ash and Iron this quickly, where I was hoping for a promised Into the Light quality activity. But Reclaim is bad, and even if it wasn't, imagine trying to jam Into the Light into the portal somewhere. Oh wait, they have. And tell me how Onslaught is going in there. God, what a mess. The frustrations of the Destiny 2 community are very valid at this point in time. I feel like Paul is definitely going off on Bungie right here. I don't know if I've ever seen him this frustrated in some of his articles reporting on Destiny 2 news and topics, but it is justified. We are at a really, really low point, and it feels like Bungie is letting all of our backlash fall on deaf ears. Like at this stage, portal drops should just be doubled. Like just pull the lever and make portal drops be doubled. Not that that fixes the situation, but it at least gives us something to do, a reason to log on. And after that, you need to work on a system that highly prioritizes new content, playing new content to level up, and frankly, make the leveling up process something that like it was before, like behind the scenes. The fact that the leveling process is like the focal point of the game now, like the end game for Destiny 2 is leveling, is almost innately wrong. And if you don't see this or agree with this, that's okay, but you're gonna watch the death of Destiny 2 happen within a year or two if they continue this route. Because constantly making people level up just to reset them in 6 months and level up just to move the goalpost back a little bit further is never going to suffice for a long-term game plan. It shouldn't even work for a short-term game plan. We're in year 11 of development of this game. We should know better than this by now. If you were to tell me the idea of the portal and how integral the leveling would be pre-Edge of Fate, I could have told you this would be a horrible idea. Most people could tell you that it would be a horrible idea. Everyone has experienced power leveling in Destiny 2 for many, many years now. And we've all come to kind of the general same opinion, which is that we're okay with a little bit of power leveling as long as it's not like too tedious, especially because it's reset from previously from season to season, and now it's from 6-month expansion to 6-month expansion. But to take the leveling and make that truly the pinnacle of playing Destiny 2, like the ultimate goal is to hit 550 right now. And the way to get there is to play the same activity that's years old is so wrong. And the fact that Bungie doesn't issue an immediate fix to change that they let it go on for 2 months, and even after all the changes, it's still the same result, shows you that Bungie is incompetent of developing this game anymore. We need some big change when it comes to the development future of Destiny 2. Pete Parsons getting thrown out was not enough. We need the Sony takeover because Ash and Iron is so bad. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.